Hey Raghunath, tell everyone about our Patreon community.
Sure, Kastuba. The Wisdom of the Sages Patreon community is an incredible online yoga resource. If you like the type of yoga wisdom and culture we share on the show, then our Patreon community is a great next step. This is a listener-supported podcast, and any level of sponsorship will unlock a wide range of live and archived classes, talks, and even workshops.
Raghunath teaches, I teach, and we have a host of other excellent teachers on topics ranging from yoga philosophy, asana classes, storytelling, Ayurveda, kirtan, cooking, meditation, and a lot more.
We even have an incredible online Bhakti 12-step recovery group.
So if you want to check it out, go to patreon.com/wisdom of the sages.
All right, let's get it on.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Live from beautiful Maharashtra, India, at the Govardhan Eco Village. This is Wisdom of the Sages, a daily yoga podcast with your host, Raghunath, and co-host and senior educator at the Bhakti Center in New York, Kastuba Das. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to India. We're still here, and it is getting sweeter and sweeter, Kastuba.
Yeah, it's wonderful here.
And I'm silky smooth, covered in oil. After a little Abhyanga Ayurvedic treatments, day 6.
I'm glad to hear that you're silky smooth, Raghunath.
Silky smooth. Feel my skin.
It's okay. You just be silky smooth over there. I'll be fine over here.
Oh, I feel it. It's silky. You're getting the Abhyanga, getting the steam back. You know the steam boxes where you put your head doesn't go in? It's like one of those old-fashioned ones from the Little Rascals. It's like a steam box. He's sweating in there. And then, of course, the Basti. We won't go into that. But I will say Ayurveda is quite a fascinating thing.
Well, you see what I got right here, Raghunath?
What you got? Oh, that looks like a himsa.
This is a gift,
my friend.
This is a gift of a himsa power ghee from a beautiful goshala where they care for the cows in Gujarat. And we're not far from Gujarat.
Did you get that for Raghu's birthday?
Is that for?
What
Oh my God!
No,
is that
no,
for me?
no.
For my birthday?
No, I didn't. I just gave it to my
What
wife.
are you gonna get me? What are you gonna get me?
I hadn't. Well, you wait.
Think
and see,
about
Raghunath.
it. Think of something valuable, precious, maybe something super.
I
Like some
give you the
super
gift
ghee.
of my love, Raghunath. What more can I give? I've given you everything. I've given you my very heart.
Express it with a himsa ghee.
Okay, I'll give you a little.
Gotta
if you
show
want.
your love. Love is an action, my friend. It's not a
Okay.
sentiment.
Is really? Okay.
Is it?
Is it?
We've been doing "is it" a lot. Is it?
Is it really? Okay.
Ah.
I think it is time for announcements.
Oh man!
It's time for Mara.
The
Yeah,
big
turn the
announcement
microphone.
is tomorrow's Raghu's birthday.
Yay!
And also there's no show tomorrow.
Aw.
And then we have Bhakti Recovery Group meetings today. The men meet at 1 and the women meet at 2 o'clock. And then Thursday and Friday, our show will be at this time, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. And come to Italy with us for the retreat, June 27th to July 4th. People can check out info on our website, wisdomofthesages.com.
You know who's coming to the retreat? The Bombay girls.
To Italy?
Bombay girls want to come. They want to come to
I haven't
Italy.
met the Bombay girls yet. I would. Or
You met the
have they
Bombay
left?
girls. The
I haven't
Bombay
met
girls
them.
into Wisdom of the Sages. They're great.
I haven't met them yet. I would like to meet them.
Yeah.
Are they
It's
here
great.
or are they? Have
They
they?
just left. They just left, but they
Oh.
were like, you know what? One of them, Mira, was like, the Bhagavatam's hard to get into, but you guys made it approachable. And I feel
try to
like
make it
that
fun.
is, yeah, we make it. You know what? I think that's the thing with Bhakti. Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make
Not
it
dry.
make it fun. It is fun. What do? We eat, we dance, we tell great stories. It is fun. You don't even have to make it fun.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Just
just
be
make
fun.
it fun. Make it
Okay.
fun. Well, you know my favorite quote by Oscar Wilde, Mara. You know that?
We've heard it many times.
Give them-
Make them laugh or
Oh
they'll kill
my
you.
God. Oh my God.
Give them truth, but make them laugh, or they will kill you.
Okay.
And it's a great
Ooh, why would
quote.
someone kill? Is it?
Because
Is
if
it?
you give people truth, it's too confronting. It
Okay.
is. Some people get blown away.
Let's get blown away by some truth nuggets.
We got truth nuggets. You want nuggets? I got nuggets.
What's the theme of the nuggets today?
The theme is resentment, man. It's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those inner engineering, as Sadhguru would call it. I think he calls it like that.
Is it? Is he? Is that? Or is
I
that?
think he might have took that.
Was it
or
him that did that?
Or Sri
was it-
Ravi Shankar, maybe.
I think that's Sri
I'm not
Ravi
sure.
Shankar talks like that. Yeah.
But it's a good word. I'm gonna co-opt it. Maybe I'll just switch it a little, like inner engineering,
Okay.
mind engineering,
Interior engineering.
interior engineering. That's what I'll call it. But it's true, because the gross stuff, we get it. We got that when we were 19 in the straight edge scene. We can't drink. Are you crazy? It's like a delicate machine. You're gonna pour alcohol in your delicate machine. You got to take care for this machine. You got to keep a good attitude in this machine, and or you got to stop like letting your senses control you. But these things are the big things that separate who's going to transcend and who's going to stay caught up in the material world. Because
What's the
we
big
know
thing?
I can be like what do they call that? If you're just, we call it straight edge, but what's the
Jeffrey,
old fashioned word for being straight edge?
Dry. Clean?
Dry. No, come on. There's the word for it. Like in the old days, what do they call it?
Sober.
He's a teetotaler.
Teetotaler.
Yeah, a teetotaler. You know, you can be a teetotaler and be angry, be jealous, be resentful. These are all the things that are sort of still keeping us. I mean, okay, you're not gonna kill somebody with a DWI. You're not gonna, overdose. That's great news. But you can still be a jerk. You could be resentful, angry, vicious, cruel, violent, etc. And we want full spectrum healing.
Well, you know who had something to say about that? American rapper, songwriter, singer, record producer, and actor, Ja Rule.
Wait a second. Ja Rule?
Yes.
What does Ja Rule have to say about that? Oh, I got a Ja Rule quote right here. I feel like unforgiveness, bitterness, and resentment blocks the flow of God's blessing in life.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
I think that's what you're saying right there, right?
Yeah.
In other words, there's a lot of stuff that we can do as yogis, right? And some of it's tough stuff to do, even just getting up early for some people is challenging, there's austerities involved. Doing yoga asana is challenging, controlling the senses, very challenging. Meditation, very, very challenging. So you're saying, this is what I value. This is what I want. I want to transform my life. I want to gain control of my mind and senses. I want to transcend. I'm doing all this hard work. And you're hanging on to this resentment. And that's just blocking the whole thing. You got to let go of that too. Right? Otherwise, like Ja Rule says, it blocks the flow of God's blessings in life.
Yeah.
How do you think he realized that, Raghunath?
I think he probably is a deep thinker. I don't know Ja Rule personally.
Okay.
Truthfully, in all truth, I've never heard of him, but I'm sure he's an important figure in today's culture. But I think you have to think about those things deeply. And you have to be sort of open to sort of like a path of light as opposed to a path of darkness. Once you're open to a path of light, you get sort of information. It's not like we worship Krishna. We don't have a monopoly on truth. There's truth and traditions from all over the world, but we love Krishna. We're just madly in love with Krishna and the Vedic culture, and that's what we're into. But truth comes to people who are searching for that path of light, and they get some deep insight. There's deep insight in all these traditions. It also comes from your own. For him, probably maybe his own deep realization. You just sort of feel like you don't feel godly anymore. If you claim to be a godly person, but you're cultivating hate, even if you like avoid the person you hate, that red flag's got to come up. And if you're honest, God, the universe, Lord Krishna will put this thing right in front of your face. Because part of the spiritual path is, it's like, like your super ghee. You know how you make super ghee?
Power ghee, yeah.
You put the power ghee. I've been calling it super ghee. You make that super ghee by putting butter on the stove on a slow burn, and all the impurities start to rise. I always say, when you chant Hare Krishna, when you make the declaration, from this day on, I am a devotee of Lord Rama, or I'm a devotee of Lord Krishna, or I'm on a spiritual path. When you make those declarations, magic starts to happen. And it's not all shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Sometimes that means, stir it up, God. I'm ready to purify myself. Stir it up. It's going to get dirty. I'm ready for this. What do you got for me? And we are not chanting we're not chanting just to escape. We're chanting to heal these problems. We're into this to uncover the muck, to move the carpet, move the couch, see what's under and clean it up. You can't just throw a carpet over it and, and throw a bedspread over the couch. See, it's clean now. It's not clean. This is a process of stuff coming up in the world, in our life. And so when we get serious about our spiritual life, it gets ugly quick, because the universe holds a mirror in front of our face. And we see like, oh man, I'm doing that. I'm acting like that. This is ugly. And then we cry. No, I'm not. We are in denial. And then something happens. And that's how we get purified from it. And if I don't learn the lesson, it's okay. I just stay on that rung of the ladder.
Evolve or repeat.
But I can't ascend.
Okay.
Ascension. That's a good improv band. Ascension. We're Ascension, straight edge from Virginia Beach. Go. Maybe there is an Ascension.
Sounds like it's a band.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Christian band. Christian rock.
Yeah. What was yeah. No, Retribution.
Striper.
All right, Prabhu. Striper.
Okay.
You remember Striper?
I do. Oh, I mean, I never heard the music.
Do you remember Trouble? They were like one of the original heavy metal bands. Ascension was from Cleveland. Clifford Dean Road. Okay, there was an Ascension out there. Yeah. Look, everyone's on this. I can't even create new straight edge bands anymore. It's all those words are taken. Okay.
Shall we continue? Get into it? Let's get into it. We're going to talk more about resentment today, too, by the way.
Okay. Oh, please. Can I tell you about the people I resent?
Let it all out, Ragnar. That's what
Ryan am the Maskrityanam Chaivanaratamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tojayam Madirayat. Before we start in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Narayan. Unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and to Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nasta prayeshu badreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in classes on the Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome in the heart will become eradicated. And loving service to the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, will be established as an irrevocable fact. Om Jnana Tamarandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksurun Midatam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my teachers are opening my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my obeisances at their lotus feet.
Where are we, Mara?
Where is we, Mara?
Reading from Canto 5, Chapter 1, Text 19.
Some goodies. That's what I want right now. I can't eat goodies during the show. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
It's not your birthday.
It's my birthday week. I want free reign of whatever I want to do. It's interesting. My birthday is
taking all these Ayurvedic treatments. It's just right, Mara? Mara's nodding. Mara's nodding.
You know, the interesting thing in Vedic culture is on your birthday, you're supposed to serve everybody else. We got it backwards in the West. You're trying to serve everybody. Like you sponsor a feast and, you know.
Oh, that means you're going to give me some ghee tomorrow.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll give you some ghee and then you give it back to me on your birthday.
Okay, that works.
Because your birthday's in 2 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. But the ghee may be gone by that time.
Yes. I'll give you back the rest of the ghee. Okay. Text 19. Lord Brahma continued, my dear Priyavrata, seek shelter inside the opening in the lotus of the feet of the Lord. In the opening.
Whose navel?
whose
I
navel
think
is
he's
also like
being
a
kind
lotus.
of poetic, you know.
Okay.
being-
Oh, this probably has beautiful. Okay.
In
Thus
other words,
conquer the six. Go.
there's an opening there. You can sneak in there, right?
Right. Okay, I get it.
In
Thus
that
conquer the
shelter.
6 sense organs, the mind and knowledge acquiring senses. Accept material enjoyment because the Lord extraordinarily has ordered you to do this. You will thus always be liberated from material association and be able to carry out the Lord's order in your constitutional position.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah,
By the
so
way,
here's the promise, right? Or
yeah,
you're
tell me.
about to divert into
I was about to
some other-
divert, but okay.
Okay, let's
ahead.
let's dive in. Yeah. So Brahma's giving the promise, right? I'm asking you to walk away from your forest seclusion, from your meditation in the mountains. I'm asking you to come down into the world, take up responsibility, you know, mix it up, like you're saying, stir it up, get in there. But I'm promising you that if you do this as a not like the way most people would do it. Most people are mixed up in the world, but they're fighting for the resources for their own material enjoyment. No, I
Yeah.
want you to do it, but as a duty, and especially as an offering to Krishna. Make it an offering to the Lord. If you do that, you'll be liberated. And it doesn't matter where you go, what you do, you're going to have your whole yoga controlled down.
Hmm.
And now,
Okay.
Prabhupada quotes a very beautiful verse in the commentary. Did you notice that, Raghunath?
No, because I'm
famous
not looking
one.
at the commentary right now. What's the
I'm going to
commentary?
say
What's the verse?
I'm going to say the first two lines.
Okay.
Samashrita ye padapalava plavam. You know this one?
Oh,
Samashrita ye padapalava plavam. Mahat padam punya yasho marare.
Yeah, that's good.
Pavam budhir vasta padam param padam yad vipadam natesham.
That's the one. This is the one that there's danger at every step.
That's right. Vasta padam means, you know that?
Vastapadam.
Yeah.
A cow's footprint.
That's right. Vastapadam. I think it even is a
Padam of the
calf.
vatsa.
Not even a cow, a calf, a little baby cow.
Calf, vatsa. There's a yoga pose, vatsasana.
Yeah. Vastapadam means the footprint of the calf.
Yes.
And then Padam means Padam.
Walking and walking.
No, Param Padam.
Oh, parampadam means the supreme feet.
Yeah, or well, here I think it could be understood like this: like Padam means like the superior, the highest. Padam means foot, so Vastapadam meant the footprint of the calf. Padam means like the highest step, or like the spiritual realm, or like Goloka Vrindavan, right? Like the highest step you could make. Padam. And then Padam means at every step after step.
This is like the pinnacle of alliterations here. Bavambudi here, but a param badam padam yad vipadam natejam. It's unbelievable. This is all beautiful
verse,
poetry.
Right?
It's just beautiful poetry. What's interesting? We don't have to learn a whole new spiritual path. We got to learn a whole language too. You know what I mean? It's like,
but it's a joy to learn.
You can really appreciate it more if you know the language. I want to take birth again just so I can learn Sanskrit.
Do you know the meter for this verse?
Samasrita ye padapalavam plavam mahat padam punya yasomarare bavambudir vatsa padam yad vipidam natejam.
Okay, so here's the translation. And again, this is relevant for someone that's being asked to take up responsibilities in the material world. He's saying, take the shelter at the feet of the Lord, right? That means with humility, and here it goes. For those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation, the ocean of the material world, it's like the water contained in a calf's hoofprint, right? It's like this impossible ocean to cross becomes very easy. All the yogic austerity that people do for lifetime after lifetime to try to cross that ocean, so difficult.
Forget yogic austerity. It's like people are just lost in the ocean. It's like, what do I do with my life? Is she the one for me? We've been dating for 8 years, but she's not the one. And this one's the one. And should I do this career path? It's just like the whole world is confused. I should give it all up and move to Costa Rica. All I love is surfing anyway. Whatever it is, the entire material world is confusing. It's like crossing a great ocean. When we say crossing, means there's a beginning, you're on the shore, and there's an end on the other side of the ocean. Excuse me. So you got to cross the ocean. There's a goal. But we're just thinking like, I think just life's to have some fun. His life has purpose. His life to raise a family. His life, it's just the whole thing is confusing. Then storms come, right? Then you're lost at sea. And then your compass is out. Then you're adrift. Then there's big waves. That is what we're talking about when crossing the ocean. But taking shelter, what is this verse now?
If you take shelter of the padam, of the feet of the Lord, right? Mahat padam, the great feet of the Lord. Oh no, Mahat. Mahat means it refers to the material world. Padam. I see here. The pada pallava. Pallava means flower buds. So samashita, one who's taken shelter at pada pallava, at the flower-like feet. They're fragrant. They're soft. The Lord's feet, right?
For one who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, everything becomes easier. That is such a true statement.
Shrinks it all down. And then so this is what it says. For those who have accepted the abode of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is like the shelter of the cosmic manifestation, the ocean of the material world, it shrinks down to be like the amount of water contained in not even a cow's footprint, a calf's footprint. The goal is padam padam, Vaikuntha, the spiritual realm, the highest step. The place where there are no material miseries, not the place where there's danger at every step. That's the material
interesting.
world.
Yeah, that's material world. And oftentimes this whole verse, they'll just pull that one line out. The material world is such a danger. There's danger at every step. And that's how you yogis see this world. We don't see it as like, oh, this is the place to enjoy. You get enjoyment here, but it's like getting enjoyment in prison. Yeah, you get to play basketball. Big deal. You know what I mean? There's also unlimited ways that the body can fall into some type of pain or, accident or some terrorist or an explosion or some heartbreak. It's just like there's danger at every step in this material world. And not that we want to harp on the negative, but it just adds that danger adds to the confusing nature. I don't even know, should I be with him or with her or this job, or where should I live? Or maybe we should live overseas. It's just like unlimited thoughts and desires, just like pulling us in different directions. And still there's no even goal of like, what's it all about? No one's even ever asked that question. They're just running through with their desires and their senses and their mind, pulling them in different directions. And then I watch this romantic movie about Italy, and now I'm moving to Tuscany. It's just like one desire after another, pulling us around desperately.
All right.
And on top of it, there's danger at every step.
One step. And you suffer, right? Everything's moving smooth one moment, boom. Everybody knows this. It's happened to us. It's happened to those that we love.
Yeah.
Dangerous world, right?
It's a dangerous world. So it all becomes quite easy. And says this right here in the Bhagavatam. It all becomes easier. All the anxiety starts to melt. Why? You put the Lord at the center, and you understand actually the Lord's in control. And how do you understand that the Lord's in control? You understand that the Lord is the center, and therefore everything is happening to me for a reason, and it's all for my growth. And all the things I'm sweating, I see them now as trampolines for my spiritual growth. I'm going to trampoline this one up to the next level. I'm going to take it to the next level, Kastuba. This little problem, that anxiety, not mine. It's yours, Krishna. You worry about that. I'd fully trust you. You take care of me, just like a little kid. The little kid in the back seat of the car is never saying, "Hey, Mom, are we low on gas?" Kid doesn't care if we're low on, right? The mom's got that. Kid's not sweating, are we low on gas? Any worries you have, just give them to Krishna. He can take them. You don't need to hold on to them.
All right.
What do you think about that?
I like it.
My problems are so big, but my Lord is bigger.
Okay. Where'd you pick that one up?
That's some Bible,
Bible
Southern
thumper.
Baptist.
Okay, the next verse. We're gonna text 29. Text 20.
All right, text 20. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, after thus being fully instructed by Lord Brahma, who is the spiritual master of the three worlds, Priyavrata, his own position being inferior, offered obeisances, accepted the order, and carried it out with great respect.
Okay. Nice. So Brahma convinced him. He accepted. He said, "I respect you, and because you're asking me to do this, you showed me that it's the right way. You've given me good spiritual instruction to embrace as I take this up. Thank you. I respect that." And this next one, 21, is very important here.
Great.
It gets into that resentment topic that we're talking about earlier.
Lord Brahma was then worshipped by Manu, who respectfully satisfied him as well as he could. Priyavrata and Narada also looked upon Brahma with no tinges of resentment. Having engaged Priyavrata and accepting his father's request, Lord Brahma returned to his abode, Satyaloka, which is indescribable by the endeavor of the mundane mind or words. I want to just hang on that for a while.
I think it's going to discuss that a little bit in the commentary.
It's so beautiful, it's indescribable in mundane words.
We
don't
can't
even know
imagine
the opulence.
Yeah.
All right.
It's almost like the spiritual world. This Lord Brahma is like at the very top of the material realm, and it's like
It's a spiritual
practically the
planet.
spiritual.
It's a spiritual planet, isn't it, in the material world?
Yeah, I'm not sure of all the details, but we can read about it more.
You didn't get the memo on that?
Yeah, well, fill me in.
Thought it was the spiritual world within the material world.
Yeah, I think it may be right.
Okay.
Did you get the memo?
Maybe, I guess not. Fill me in. All right. You want me to read the purport, brother?
Yeah. Did you read the whole verse? Yeah, you did. Okay. Yes. Read it, Raghunath.
Manu was certainly very satisfied that Lord Brahma had persuaded his son Priyavrata to take the responsibility for ruling the world.
Because
Priyavrata
Manu was trying to convince him himself, right? It was like, hey, this is important responsibility. Now, here's the situation, right? Two brothers, Manu and Narada. Manu's trying to convince his son, come in and take up this worldly responsibility. Narada is the kind of person that's always trying to pull the person the other way, commonly, right? Like, Narada's always kind of, hey, renounce it all. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's the little instigator.
So it was a challenge for Manu to pull this off, but Brahma came down, worked it out. Priyavrata accepted. Manu's feeling some relief now. He's satisfied. Okay, please continue. Priyavrata and Narada.
Priyavrata and Narada were also very satisfied. Although Brahma had forced Priyavrata to accept the management of worldly affairs, thus breaking his vow to remain brahmachari and completely engage in devotional service, Narada and Priyavrata did not look upon Brahma with resentment. Narada was not at all sorry that he had been frustrated in making Priyavrata a disciple. Both Priyavrata and Narada were exalted personalities who knew how to respect Lord Brahma. Therefore, instead of looking upon Brahma with resentment, they very feelingly offered him their respect. Okay. Lord Brahma then returned to his celestial abode, known as Satyaloka, which is described here as being impeccable and being unapproachable by words.
Okay, let's hold it right there. Now, to me, what's really significant here is that Priyavrata had to do something that he didn't want to do. The senior people came down. Now, they're respectable senior people, but still, it was against his desire. Now, he did the hard thing, right? Okay, I accept what you're asking me to do. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to do what you're asking me to do. But then there's this detail mentioned here, right? This nuance, right? Because sometimes you do what you're asked to do. You do the hard thing, but you do it with resentment. Right?
Sure. Like I said yesterday, remember? You don't remember what I said yesterday? Okay, I'll do the dishes. Like you do it, but you got a little like, you lazy bums.
Now I have another nugget here, Raghunath.
Telling me?
And this is coming from Albert Hubbard.
Oh, Albert Hubbard.
Albert Hubbard. Albert,
Okay.
who
Never
was
heard
an
of him.
American writer, publisher, artist, and philosopher. And he says, the final proof of greatness. Now, he's talking about criticism here, but I think it's a similar idea. The final proof of greatness lies in being able to endure criticism without resentment. Right? Now, here we have Priyavrata. He's
Tough one.
accepting instruction without resentment, even though it went against his preference.
Yeah, I don't
Here's-
want to do it, and you're making me do it, but I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to, and I'm going to do it, but, and I'm not going to hold on to anything.
Yeah,
I just accept this.
It's challenging enough in life sometimes to do the right thing, right? Do the hard thing. But then we do it with resentment. So here's my quote for you, Raghunath. You ready? This is my nugget. This is a Kastuba nugget. To do the right thing when it's difficult is a sign of goodness. To do it without to do the right thing when it is difficult is a sign of goodness. To do it without resentment is a sign of greatness. How do you like that?
Oh, I like that. Read that again, sir.
Okay. To do the right thing when it's difficult is a sign of goodness. Not everyone will do the right thing when it's difficult.
No, I'm not doing it.
But to do it without resentment, that's a sign of greatness. You know who I think of when I say that? I think of the most powerful example in the Shastra, in the ancient texts. Someone who did something difficult.
Lord Rama.
That's
Went to the
exactly what I was
forest.
thinking. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Thinking like Kastuba.
Exactly.
Yeah,
what I was
Lord
thinking.
Ram. And you know why? Because when he got banished to that forest, you know what happened? He was
What?
about to be the king. Imagine if I said, like, who's listening to the show today? Kylie Brown, Chief Pags, whatever. If I said, Kylie Brown, tomorrow, we're going to make you queen of the civilized world. You know what that comes? It's just going to be like, what? And you're like, yep, tomorrow's the day. And everyone's excited. And this is, you always sort of knew in the back of your mind you were going to be elevated to that position. But tomorrow's the day. And at the 11th hour, you're not the queen of the civilized world. Your mother has a grudge against you, your stepmother, and she wants you to move to the forest and become a raw foodist. And
14 years.
For 14 years. And then we could talk about your future after that. It's sort of like,
and
what?
for no good reason.
For no good reason. For no good reason. Like every reason to be resentful, angry, a little bitter, a little sarcastic. Oh.
Because what happened?
Ram bowed down to his father. Father, that's why you're upset. Mother, is that you? When do you want me to leave? You want me to leave immediately? Fine. Ram wasn't attached to position. Ram was attached to service. If this is how you want me to serve, that's how you want me to serve. I think within Bhakti too, we don't ask how to serve. I always say this. I say it's like,
Yes.
In the material world, if you're successful, you're like a winner. You get to live wherever you want and do whatever you want. You got a cool job, a cool apartment, a cool condo, whatever like that. And if you don't have those things in the material world, you're called a loser. You have a lousy job. You hate your boss. You don't like the neighborhood you live in. In Bhakti, it's like, Krishna, I do what you want me to do. I live where you want me to live. I'm here to serve you. You want me to live in Beverly Hills? I'll live in Beverly Hills. You want me to live in the ghetto? I'll live in the ghetto. Where do you want to send me, Krishna? I accept it. Who's a good example of that?
Tell me.
Now he's saying, tell me. Yeah, that's
Speak to me.
Your guru.
Oh, please go deeper.
Prabhupada sent Tamal Krishna Maharaj when he was a very young man.
Oh, yeah.
They go to China.
Right.
Like China was completely unopen. There's a different
Communist
alphabet,
country.
a different language, communist country. And he had the most difficult time. And he's a very powerful person. He was doing a lot of service other places. Prabhupada said, imagine if I said that to Mara. Oh, you enjoy knitting. Oh, you're a pretty good knitter. Go knit in China. Go knit in China. Tomorrow. There's a one-way ticket for you to Beijing. And while you're there, you're going to figure out the language. There. You're going to open a center. You're going to rent some real estate. You're going to cook for people. And you're going to invite them. You're going to try to teach them the Bhagavad Gita. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that your guru's like, All right, I'm going to China.
That's a great example, Raghunath. That's a great. And you know
Unbelievable.
something?
What?
What was the name of Ram's stepmother who caused this whole issue?
Ooh, Mara
Mm,
gets the quiz
I mean,
answer
I'm
there.
forgetting myself.
Kakei.
Kakei.
Mara said Kakei.
And then it was what Muntara who
Mantra was the maid.
the
The bad
hunchback
association.
the hunchback maid that was kind of just like poisoning her, right? Just like in the sense that she was like saying, "How this is Ram's stepmother. She's happy that Ram's going to take this role, right? Everything's
She was
great.
happy for
Then
the
this
coronation. She loved Ram like her own
everything's
son.
fine. I love Ram. He's a wonderful stepson. But then this maid servant of hers, probably thinking of her own position, right?
Right
Thinking,
now, I'm
oh,
going to
we're going
lose
to be
my
second
position.
class. Yeah. So she said, "What are you doing? Don't you see what's going on? What are you talking about? Your husband is going to make Ram. Don't you know what's going to happen? Ram the king. Don't you know what's going to happen to you? You're not going to be as nearly as important. This is just the start." And she's going on and on about all this
Power
negativity.
corrupts. Absolutely, Ram. You think Ram likes his younger brother? When Ram takes control,
Yeah, your
he will
son?
completely ostracize your son. Ram will take power. Does that to people? You are so young, Kakei.
You naive girl.
You don't understand these things.
Yeah. And so
Bad
she said,
association.
Yeah.
Keep a distance. Is the
Okay.
biggest right? Keep a distance from bad association. What was my quote?
I don't know.
I quoted the Bible this morning. What was it?
Keep your distance.
Keep your
thy distance.
Don't keep the company of fools.
Oh.
Don't keep the company of fools. Asat Sangha Tyage Vaishnavachar. Keep the people with materialistic minds away from us. Don't hang out with Asat. We don't want Asat Sangha. These people are worried about their position. And Ram just was transcendental. You want to banish me? Goodbye. Thank you for letting me serve you. I'll see you in the 14 years.
There's more to it, right? Because like what Mantara said to Kaikeyi was, now your husband, he offered you a boon in the past, and you've been holding on to that boon, and at any point you can ask him this, and he's got to do it, right? He promised you whatever you ask, he would do.
Mara,
So
I'm going to give you a
now.
boon today.
Oh,
there's your boon. You can use it whenever you want.
Hey, you can't do that kind of stuff casually, Raghunath.
I wasn't casual. That's a real boon. That's only one. That's only one. I hit her twice, but I meant one. One boon you got. Okay. When you need it, you pull that boon out.
So she's saying, use that boon now and have him coronate your son, Bharat, as the king, and banish Ram to live in the forest for 14 years, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, when that happened, the whole Ayodhya, the entire city, the kingdom was just like, what? When the word started getting around, right?
What?
We're just waiting.
What just happened? We've been
Bhart's
waiting our
great,
whole life for Ram. We love Bart, but we wanted Ram as their king.
And now you're banishing him for what reason? There's no good reason.
Bart even wanted Ram to be the king, but Bart was out of town.
Well, now listen
business
to this.
out of town.
But what happened was, Ram accepts it, and he says, "I'm going right now. I'm not going to resist. Hey, if that's what you're asking me to do, I'll do, and I'm going to do it without resentment. I'm going to do it without resentment." And even people like Bart came out and found him in the forest, right? Hold it, what's going on? And even he was saying, "I can't believe my mother has done this," right? And even he was beginning to express his own resentment towards his own mother. Ram wouldn't hear it, right? I don't want to hear any criticism. The depth of his letting go, the depth of his lack of resentment was to the core, right? I won't even hear any bad talk about what she's done. I don't want to hear it. I'm doing it, and that's it. That's really something, right?
Yeah.
To really let go.
Yeah.
Really
that was the example.
Have you ever had to do that in your own life, Raghunath?
In my own life? Yeah, I think I have. Mara's just trying to distract us. Can you please sit, Mara? Please. I'm about to retract your boon.
You can't retract it.
Can't retract it.
She can ask you anything now.
We're the boon retractors,
and you have to do it. Do you realize? That's why I say you can't do that casually. Mara could just like anything right now. She's beginning to realize the power that she
Thinking,
possesses.
no, I do have power. He wants to keep his reputation. Okay.
Maybe she was
I
plotting all
can't think off
along
the
for
top
this
of my head
Maybe she.
about any time that I
Okay.
had to
No,
do
I remember
something
I had
didn't
to
wanna
one time
do.
in my own life. I remember one time.
You got to do
It was
something
like
you didn't want to do.
I had. I don't want to tell too many details because I don't want. I don't.
You want to implicate
sorry.
anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, but I'll try to
Just say
if
there
I
was a
could share it.
person. I won't name a name.
I had a
but-
particular role. This is a very long time ago, and someone kind of wanted that role.
Ooh.
And if you're hearing this, it's not you.
It's not me. Is it me? Is it me?
It wasn't you.
Rhymes with
Does it
Maganath.
rhyme with. No, but and at that time I was reading Ramayana,
Yeah.
and this particular passage that we're discussing right now, it was fresh in my mind. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to walk away, and I'm not going to have one drop of resentment. Not one drop.
It's so
And
powerful.
it was so good for me. It was so good for me. It just in one moment, you just say, okay, I'm just not going to allow resentment to enter in. Just not going there. Saved me. Who knows how much internal torment that saved me from.
Oh,
you know what they say about resentment, right?
It's a poison I take to kill you.
That's right. Exactly. It's poison. It's poison. Resentment is poison. You think it's going to kill the person that you resent, but actually, no, you're the one that's drinking it, right?
Yep.
It's killing you.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
So
I think it's a beautiful
I've
example.
actually have a lot now that I think about it, but
Okay,
I don't
let's
want to
hear it.
share them publicly. No.
Okay. Yeah. Because you might
they're about
people that you
people we
resent.
know. Yeah, it's people. It's a person. It's a particular. You know how many times I've walked away from the stupid resentment? Oh, I'm gonna let it go. Just gonna let it go.
All
Just
right,
kidding.
okay.
Doesn't want to give me that key? Fine, no resentment. Whatever. I'll steal it.
Whatever. I'm gonna give you some ghee. Come on over. I'll give you some ghee.
Is the-
It's power ghee right now.
All right, let's keep
It's
going,
not
man.
ordinary
You're swirling
ghee.
around in resentment world.
All right. Anything else you want to say about resentment? Oh, I had another thing about resentment that I wanted to read.
Tell me.
Okay, it's another nugget. This one's coming from Henry Nouwen, I think is how you pronounce it. Do you know who he is?
No, I don't.
Henry Nouwen.
No, Henry
I think we read
Rollins.
something from him once before. Not Henry Rollins. Henry Joseph Michiel Nouwen. He was originally from the Netherlands. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. Please forgive me, people. But he was a Dutch Catholic priest, a professor, a writer, and a theologian. His interests were rooted primarily in psychology, pastoral ministry, spirituality, social justice, and community. Okay?
Can we read this?
This is what he said.
Can we read this,
And I think
please?
this is just like kind of a way like, huh? Do you want
I
to hear
want to hear it. I don't want the guy's bio. Just tell me this. Tell me the
it? I
nugget.
just want you to know where. Take the guy's bio. What, are you resenting him already? Okay. So this is something like, do you do things like this, Raghunath? Like at the end of the day, do you kind of do a little inventory? Do you do that kind of thing, or you just crash?
I just want. I
What's that, Mara?
Have
Huh,
you
what's
seen
that?
Rago in the evening? Do you think that he
He
does
crashes.
any? Yeah.
Maybe when you
I
wake
just
up
like
in the morning.
talk, lay down, and I'm out for 6 hours.
You run, and then conk.
I
True.
conk out so quick, man.
Okay, well, here's something that.
I fall asleep when I get my head shaved at the barber in India.
Okay.
The guy's got to wake me up during this.
Slap you a couple times. Okay, well, here's something that a person could do like at the end of the day, right? A little inventory, right? A little daily inventory. I like this idea. I don't do it myself. I think I should. Ready?
Yeah.
This is what he asks himself. Did I offer peace today? Did I bring a smile to someone's face? Okay, this is a little bit fluffy.
A little fluffy.
Little fluffy.
Oh, Skinergy loves it.
Skinergy
Skinergy's live
likes the fluff.
the bright light. She's like, I like fluff. Fluff's good.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's some fluff.
I'm
Did I
from
offer
Vermont.
peace today? Right? Was I more into conflict, or was I more like a peacemaker today? Right? Did I bring a smile to someone's face? Did I say words of healing?
This is
Sometimes
so
people are
Kelly
suffering and
Skinner
walk
right
right
now.
past.
This is
Yeah,
so
'cause she's a
Kelly
doula.
Skinner.
She's a death doula. right?
You're a death doula? I thought you were a life doula. You're an end of life doula. I've been calling you. Do I know this? I forgot.
She's a death doula. Come on, man.
Death doula.
Did I let go of anger and resentment? Did I forgive? Did I love? These are the real questions, right? We got so many questions in life. No, these are the real questions. These are the important questions we have. What are the other kind of
daily
questions?
I should do this before I go to bed. I shouldn't zonk out. I should go through this list.
I'm not saying you should, Raghunath. I'm just throwing it out there. That's all. Okay, because I realize that sometimes I tell you should do things, right? I'm not telling you to do this, but if you feel inspired, I applaud you. I applaud that. So he goes on. These are the real questions, right? This is the kind of thing we should be engaging our mind in. Usually we're asking these questions about someone else. Did they offer peace? Did they bring a smile to my face? Did they say words of healing for me? Did they let go of their anger and resentment towards me? Did they forgive? Did they love? We ask these about ourselves.
Have they changed?
Oh, I pulled up another nugget, and I think it's appropriate now, actually, Raghunath. Let me see if I can find it.
You are Nugget Noth. That's your new name, Nugget Noth. Lord of the Nuggets.
Whatever. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know where I put
whatever it. Me. Stu was just whatever. He held up his hand and said, whatever.
I don't know where it went. I don't know if it went to my desktop. I don't know if it went to my downloads. I don't know.
You got to repost that. Post it on the show notes.
I'll try to find it later when you're
YouTube
talking
or something.
I'll look for it. Yeah, but it had to do with religion and how it's really meant to be pointed at ourselves and not at others. These people get religious and they start like judging everybody else, but it's really meant to be turned at your own self, and like in a process of purifying the self. Okay, so this is what he goes on to say. He asks all those questions. He says, these are the real questions. I must trust that the little bit of love that I sow now will bear many fruits here in this world and in the life to come. I like that. You like that?
I like it because I like when spiritual people don't just talk about some afterlife, some mysterious, enigmatic afterlife. I like saying in this world, that's going to help me today. That's going to help me in my relationships. It's going to help me going forward. It's going to unburden myself from backpacks of anger and hate and frustration. And, there they are again. Oh, what are they doing here? I hate, you don't want to run into an enemy or have, no one wants enemies out there. You know what I mean? And even if people hate you, just like Yudhisthira, he's called, Mara, trivia question. Mara, what's Yudhisthira called?
One who has no enemies.
Yeah, that's true. But the Sanskrit, Ajata Shatru, one who has no enemies.
Hey,
you didn't say it. Your boon is retracted.
No, you can't do that.
Sorry, you got it wrong. Retract your boon.
You're really in trouble now because she's got you now. And at any point, she can say, I want that right now.
No, I trade you 3 trivia questions for that boon.
No, you can trade after you give me the boon.
I once witnessed.
Don't squirrel my squirrel.
Okay. Go ahead, finish your squirrel.
My squirrel he's called Ajata Shatru, means he has no enemy. That doesn't mean people don't hate him. People might hate Maharaj Yudhisthira, but it means in his heart, he feels no enmity towards anyone. Like Christ, it's not like he was free from enemies. They crucified the guy, the Lord, the man,
thank you,
the man God. They crucified him. So it's not like, but in his heart, the very people that were persecuting him, he was like, God, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So he holds no enemies. Yeah. That is the relief of the Maha burden that we carry around with us.
And you're saying it's not about some future life. It's right here in this life you want to get there.
Right. Now, on to your next level squirrel.
I have a next level squirrel, and now I found the nugget that I was looking for, so I got both of these things. My next level squirrel was, I once witnessed my guru do exactly what you just did with Mara right now. He said...
Give you a boon and take it back?
No, not that. The first part, giving the boon, not taking it back. I once saw it. He spoke to one of his godbrothers, and he said, "I'm so touched and I'm so indebted. indebted to you as a friend that I offer you any boon. You can ask me of anything. At any point in your life, you can call upon that, and I will do what you ask of me.
I want
And
a
when I
boon.
witnessed
Give me a
that,
boon for my birthday.
I
Give me a
realized
boon for my birthday.
I realized what a grave thing that was to say. That's what I realized.
Love is an action. Give me a boon. If you love me. If you
too
love
grave.
me, you'll boon me. If you love me, boon me.
Now here's the quote. This is coming from Reverend Benjamin Kramer. I don't know anything about him, so I don't have a bio for you. But I like
Now
what
I'm
he said.
picturing Kramer mixed with Benjamin
It's spelled.
Franklin.
It might be pronounced Creamer. It's spelled Cremer.
I don't care.
Okay, it's not Kramer
It's not Kramer from Seinfeld. Okay,
because
good.
his first name is Cosmo. Okay, but in any case, this is what he says, and this is good. I think you're gonna like this, Raghunath. Ready?
Tell me.
Christianity, and we could just go ahead and say spirituality or Vaishnavism or Bhakti or whatever, right? But he says Christianity should not sound like my faith causes me to ask really challenging questions about I'm sorry. Retract. Christianity should sound like my faith causes me to ask really challenging questions about myself. Not my faith gives me all the right answers for how everyone else should live.
Read that
again.
Yeah.
Christianity should sound like, quote, my faith causes me to ask really challenging questions about myself, unquote. Not, quote, my faith gives me the right answers for how everyone else should live, unquote.
I like that.
And I think often people go the second one rather than the first.
Well, the second one, because it's much easier to feel like, okay, I've joined a club. I'm in this religious club, and now I'm saved. I don't have to do anything else except be a card-carrying club member. Yeah, and it would be nice if it was that easy, wouldn't it?
And but beyond that, the point is that this.
You ever do this one to a Christian when they say, "All you got to do is accept the blood of Jesus"? I was like, "Okay, I did. Thank you. Goodbye." I always say that. Yeah, I do. I accept it.
I do. All right, but what was that? I was just about to say. Oh, the point that I was going to make, if I can remember it.
How to get rid of Christians quick. I do.
But that we do tend to get caught up in judging others. But really, this is really primarily and especially about my own self-transformation, me becoming the better person, right? Me becoming the better. It's not. So in any case, why don't we leave it there? Because I think we're out of time.
Oh, yeah. You know why? We are running to movie night. It's movie night here at the Corporate on Eco Village. And Yato Bar, one of my favorite people in the world, he's not on the show. His wife's been on the show.
Yes, she's the temple president of the Bhaktivedanta Manor.
Oh, really?
Wrote that
She's powerful. These guys are they're filmmakers, photographers, and they captured all this early footage of Prabhupada, and they traveled with them, and they're just the coolest couple ever. They've done so much with their lives, and they made this incredible film, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, and we're all going to watch it tonight. I'm looking forward to it. It's like a yogi's night out. Go crazy. Let my hair down. Let my crazy Sika down.
Will there be popcorn?
That's what I was joking with the Hari Priya. I don't know if they eat popcorn in India. They eat like lotus puffs.
They make it spicier. Yeah, lotus puffs would be fine too.
Actually, I've seen popcorn in Rishikesh. So all right, quickly, we got to go.
Takeaways today.
There you go. Yes.
Resentment blocks the flow of grace.
Thank you, Ja Rule. What's his name? Ja Rule.
Yeah, that's right.
Ja Rule.
You don't feel godly if you're cultivating hate.
Did I say that or Ja Rule?
Ja Rule said everything. Uncover the muck and clean it up.
Uncover the muck and clean it up. That's a t-shirt.
Don't throw a rug over it. Evolve or repeat.
That's Kostuba's fave.
I got another one though. Forgive and ascend.
Yeah. Forgive and ascend, straight edge.
Forgive and ascend. We're forgive and ascend, straight edge, from
Cleveland,
Boise, Idaho.
There's danger at every step.
Padum padum.
Our problems are trampolines for our spiritual growth.
Boing.
Oh.
Give Krishna our worries and anxiety.
It's all yours.
Does he want them, Raghunath? Is that what you're offering up?
God is bigger, Kostuba.
Do the
Give
right
us some ghee or some popcorn.
do the right thing without resentment.
Yeah.
Do the right thing without resentment. Yeah.
Release the Maha burdens of hate and resentment.
Release it.
Let our faith illuminate our own inner work.
You gotta have faith. Mm-mm.
And
Baby. What's
And-
that song?
if
George Michael's. George Michael's.
It's
I
just
think
George
it was
Michael.
George Michael. He was great.
Okay, let's get this.
Right,
Stop
we
right
gotta
now.
go. We have to move to
Yeah.
judge. And if you love me,
It's
boon
great.
me.
If you love me, boon me. If you love me, boon me. It's my birthday. Give me a birthday
too-
boon, people. Come on.
It's too grave to give that boon. I'll give you some other boon,
No.
but I can't give you the anything you ask I'm going to do boon.
I
I'm
want
not ready
ghee
for that
or
right
a boon. I want two things in this world.
I'll
ghee
give you
or
a little
boon.
ghee if you want. Come on, bring like one of those little 8-ounce things, and I'll give you some ghee.
Oh,
No,
hey,
the like
I wanna thank everybody.
3.5 ounce.
Well, I want to thank everybody for giving
What?
me the birthday wishes on the board today. Woohoo! Birthday wishes
Happy
not
birthday,
mean nothing
Raghu.
without boons, people. Just kidding. I like it.
It's a boon in itself. Them wishing you happiness is a boon, Raghunath.
I still get that birthday
Look at Linda,
card.
Linda. What she's got there? Happy birthday.
What's
See that?
she got? What's
She's got a background that says happy birthday.
Oh, she made a happy birthday, Zooms.